Good morning from Finland. Look, we have snow and it's 10 degrees below freezing. So we've got blue sky and sunshine and the snow is crunching underneath my boots. This is exactly what I describe in my book. So it's so inspiring and it's wonderful to actually get to see and experience it whilst I'm still writing it. I'm on a little walk with my granddad. My granddad is 90 years old. Whenever I'm in Finland, I live with him. And I said to him, he has to come outside and see and experience this as well. I mean, for him it's quite normal. He's grown up here. For me it isn't. Kyllä. We found animal tracks in the snow, such as a dog's, but also a rabbit and squirrels. And we spent a lot of time admiring the beautiful things snow and frost do to nature. Sunshine is really rare in Finland between November and January.
No niin. Sisussa. Mä taidaankin antaa tän papalle tän kuvan.
Joo, ihan mielellään. My granddad really is one of my best friends. He's nearly 60 years older than me, and yet we always have so much fun together. That beautiful yellow house is my granddad's house. He's had it since the 1960s. I permanently moved in with my granddad during COVID, and that's also when we built my free little library, which you can see here. When I was a child and teenager, my family moved countries all the time due to my dad's job. So I grew up in Germany, China, Poland, very, very briefly Finland, and ended up in the UK after that. That's why having a permanent place, my granddad's place, was always so precious to me. And now it's time for tea and work. I'm back inside, but as you can imagine, I don't want to work. It's only a few more weeks until my book needs to be finished because we are making proof copies that will be sent out to other authors and to booksellers, I think before Christmas, and it's the end of November right now. And yet the weather is so gorgeous that I can't stand the idea of sitting and working instead of being outside and enjoying that snow and sunshine. So I'm actually considering enjoying the weather for a bit longer and then working once it gets dark, because obviously it gets dark around 3, which is in 3.5 hours. Also, it's Saturday, which means I could go ice swimming. There's a public sauna less than 2 kilometres from my granddad's place, where I'm at right now. And yeah, they do ice swimming on Saturdays and Sundays. So the public sauna is on and there's a hole in the ice. Well, I don't think the lake's frozen through. Well, I don't think the lake's completely frozen yet, but the water will be around 4 or 5 degrees. It was 5 degrees last week when I went. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much. So that's something I could do today, and I could take you along because that is something the characters in my book do too. So obviously I'd love to show you. It will get dark in about 3 hours, so how about I start working then and enjoy this glorious weather now. By the way, I'm having Bird and Blend Snowball tea from one of my Moomin mugs. I collect Moomin mugs. I must have over 60 at this point. It's got an L for Lottie. Here you can see a small part of my collection, although my winter collection is in a different room. Then I've got about 20 mugs in London as well, and some downstairs in my granddad's kitchen. And what you're looking at now is my room at my granddad's place. He lives downstairs, I live upstairs. Who could work with this view? I definitely can't. By the way, what I'm looking at right now is my manuscript. I just received my copy edits back last night, which means the story structure is there, nothing's changing. The only thing we're doing now is line edits, so we're changing out words, making them more child-friendly, shortening sentences, that sort of thing, maybe adding a little bit more tension. But yeah, I find that very, very exciting. Also, my editor is brilliant. He's very, very clever, because I know the manuscript is really good as it is, but he's managed to make it brilliant. He's really managed to elevate the language and elevate the tension and the paciness of the story. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm loving his little notes, because every now and then there'll be notes like, I love this, or this is fantastic, or I gasped when I read this, and it just makes me feel really, really good. It tells me that all the hard work is really paying off now. I can still see my hat. Oops. Off topic, but this is how I'm going to treat myself tonight. I've got a few more episodes of Mallory Towers to go, and I think it's the final season, which makes me so sad. Also, what a spoiler! Anyway, in case you're not aware of Mallory Towers, it's based on Enid Blyton's books from the 1940s, and it's about these girls who go to an all-girls boarding school, and there's a lot of mischief, and yeah, it's a coming of age story as well, because we follow them for 7 years, from I think year 5 to year 12, and it's such a good series of children's books. But the BBC adaptation, which is brand new, it's incredibly good, and I think personally it's perfect for all ages. I mean, obviously I always enjoy watching children's programs and reading children's books, hence why I'm writing children's books as well. I just got a phone call saying that my picture book, When Grandma Forgot Her Stories, which is about grandma who lives with dementia, it has been nominated for Best Children's Book of the Year. And there are 1,500 new children's books in Finnish every year, and mine is among the top 5, the 5 nominations for Best Children's Book of the Year. That is absolutely incredible. It's one of the oldest children's book prizes in Finland as well, so it's a really, really big deal. Then I decided it's time to celebrate, so I hopped on my bike and rode to the public sauna nearby for some ice swimming. Ice swimming is something so intrinsically Finnish and something I love so much that I wrote it into my book as well. So my characters go ice swimming and into the sauna too. This is incredible. Never dip your head under though, that's not healthy. Look at the ice. If you haven't experienced this, you will never understand how amazing this feels. Oh my goodness. My grandma used to do ice swimming for, I think, about 30 years. So that's her legacy. I've taken over now. I've recently learned the term hyposensitive, which means sensory seeking, loving sensory experiences, and that's definitely me. I love this so much. And as I said, this is what my characters in my book do too, so it's all based on my own experiences. Wow. It may look like I'm alone, but I just didn't want to film anyone else. There were other people as well. And I'm back. On my way back, I popped into the supermarket and now I'm making one of my favourite dishes, avocado pasta. So it's avocado with parmesan and lime and chilli and loads of other amazing flavours. My granddad went for a nap, so I read whilst I eat, of course. Well, now's the moment I spoke about earlier. It's getting dark. It's 10 to 4. And it's quite dark outside and it's time to work for me. We're line editing now, so the story is there, but still my editor's notes are incredible, and as I said earlier, they will elevate the story so much. So I'm actually really excited to work. And also, I've had the very best day so far. Can I show you how cozy my setup is? My tea, which I always need to work, a candle, sadly not a scented candle. This is where I keep my stickers because I like using stickers in my notebook. Almost feels like a reward whenever I get something done, start a new page in my notebook, I will add stickers. There you go. This one's got kind of a woodland theme, squirrel theme. And I've already prepared this one, which is very cozy, as is my book. If I don't need to work on 2 screens, I'll often use that one to play cozy music and set a cozy ambience that fits the theme of my book. I've been so busy and working such long hours recently that I haven't seen my granddad as much as I'd like, so very often in the evenings I love to join him downstairs. He watches TV whilst I work, but we can also chat a little, and I really like that. But I'm not exaggerating if I say that I've been doing 12 to 14 hour days recently because I'm writing multiple books in Finnish whilst I'm working on this English debut as well. Actually, I have 5 books coming out in total next year, 4 in Finnish and 1 in English. Then time for dinner. Often when I'm busy writing, I eat really poorly. I eat ready meals or oven pizzas, and I've really tried to stay away from that this time. But I know it's not healthy and I don't want to do it, so recently I've been making a lot of potato wedges. I add olive oil, salt, garlic and rosemary. They are really easy and fast to make, healthy and delicious. Even my granddad loves them and he's a very picky eater. What a wonderful winter day that was. I've brushed my teeth, I'm in bed, and it's time for Mallory Towers. Good night.